Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 5 is premiering soon, and we have pretty much confirmation that there are going to be several deceased characters making a reappearance in this episode. We know that Rick's going to be hallucinating. We saw that in the trailer. So we know that he will be hallucinating, and I presume that that will be why we end up seeing dead characters. It might just be to sort of bring things full circle since it's Rick's last episode, and they might be going for what they did with Tyrese in Season 5 in his last episode, where he hallucinates a bunch of dead characters, and some of them are telling him to die, some of them are telling him to live, some of them are telling him what he did was wrong, right? Blah, blah, blah. And with Rick, the question is, which dead characters will it be? I mean, he's had a close relationship with a lot of dead characters. I mean, over the past 9 seasons, he's been close to a lot of characters. He's met a lot of characters. He's fought a lot of characters. I don't know if we're going to get any of the villains like the governor. I mean, we know that we're getting Shane. We saw Shane in the trailer, but that could be a flashback, not necessarily a hallucination, so he might not even count. But I don't think that besides Shane, we're going to be getting any villains. So I'm just trying to think of which dead characters we're going to get. I think Rick will be hallucinating them. He might see them all at once. They might be telling him to die or to live or to keep fighting. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see when we all see the actual episode. But my guesses are, for the dead characters, it's important to remember that some actors might desperately want to return for flashbacks or as ghosts or as hallucinations, but some actors might not want to return. Some actors might not be happy with the fact that they were killed off. They might not be happy with the fact that they got killed off at all. Some of them might be busy with other projects, because even if you're a famous actor that was on The Walking Dead for 20 or 30 episodes, you still probably need to keep the beans on the table and keep working and have other jobs and be a part of other shows. So some of the actors that they wanted to get might have been busy. A lot of people are saying that Glenn won't want to return Stephen Yeun because he was unhappy with Glenn's death. I don't know. I mean, the actor could have just been busy. Like I said, some of these actors might just be unavailable. I believe the 2 actors that we have confirmed are Jon Bernthal and Scott Wilson. I mean, we've known about Jon Bernthal for once. It was confirmed, it was leaked. Greg Nicotero confirmed it. We saw him in the trailer, so we know about that one for sure. And Scott Wilson, that was confirmed. I think it was confirmed right after he died. The writers said that, or the producers, they said that he had filmed some scenes before his death, so we would be getting Herschel in episode 5, and that would sort of be fitting, I think, because it's the last time we're ever going to see Herschel for sure, because the actor's passed away. So it might give fans that little chance to say goodbye to Herschel. I mean, they kind of got lucky. Oh God, that sounds horrible. That sounds insensitive. But I mean, the timing of I won't say it was lucky, but the timing of how they filmed Scott Wilson in episode 5, and then, I mean, how many months later did he die? I don't know. So I'm glad that they were able to film him one last time before his death. It's much better than him dying, and we're just never going to see him again. We're never going to see Herschel come back as a ghost or anything. So I'm glad we do get that one last scene with him. For other characters, Glenn is a good option, because Glenn is definitely one of the dead characters that Rick was the closest to. Rick and Daryl, if you rewatch season 7 and 8 and even season 9 so far, Rick and Daryl talk about Glenn a lot. They don't talk about Abraham that much, even though they both died the same way. Glenn was just a bigger deal, I guess. Abraham was a little more expendable, I guess. Yeah, I'm not very happy about that. I'm just not really happy with how Abraham, he was such an awesome character, and then he amounted to a red herring. They could have just killed Glenn, and I don't like how everyone seems more obsessed with Glenn than Abraham. But Glenn is definitely the dead character that I think Rick was the closest to. Well, Carl. I didn't really count Carl because Carl's his son. That kind of that's just sort of assumed. But yeah, we might get Carl. We might not get Carl. Chandler Riggs did seem sort of unhappy with what happened. He said that he wanted to stay on the show, and he wanted to do the comic material, and they just sort of got rid of Carl in season 8. I mean, I'd be pissed too. Same as Andrea. I mean, you had all that comic material, and then they just dump you. Like, I don't know. Carl would be a good one. Carl would be a great one. Lori would be good. I mean, I guess you could argue that Rick sort of moved on from Lori romantically because he's with Michonne. But, I mean, she is the mother of Carl and Judith, so Rick's always going to have some sort of special connection with her. It'd be cool to see her again. It'd be cool to see Carl again, Glenn again. These are all characters that Rick was very close to. It'd be cool to see, like, Tyrese. Tyrese and Rick got close around season 5. Rick really cared about Tyrese once Tyrese saved Judith, and once he found out that Tyrese had taken care of Judith during all the time that they were separated and everything, you could tell that after that Rick and Tyrese were a little closer, and whenever Tyrese had something to say, Rick like stopped and listened, which he doesn't usually do with someone that's not like a super top lieutenant like Carol or Daryl. So yeah, I think Rick and Tyrese got close, and I think they had a lot of moments together that were off screen during season 5. So Tyrese was definitely a close character to Rick. It'd be cool to see him again. Plus, I'm a big Chad Coleman fan, so it'd be nice to see Rick. Damn it! It'd be nice to see Tyrese one last time. I keep saying Rick because Rick's on my mind. I mean, this is the big day. It's the big day, guys. It's the big day. This is the day we're getting episode 5, Rick's last episode. Sasha would be a good one. She was on the show for 5 seasons. I have to assume that Rick was close to her. Who else do we have? I don't know. I mean, I'd say those are a lot of the big ones. Abraham, without a doubt, I want to see him again. I just want to see Abraham again for the sake of seeing Abraham again. I was just so happy when he came back in the season 7 finale, and just because he came back, I mean, when I found out that Michael Cudlitz was going to direct an episode, I was just happy because, Michael Cudlitz is directing an episode. He's one of those actors that I just want to follow. Like, I liked his performance as the character so much that I just want to follow him in other projects. So whenever he gets a chance to have something to do with The Walking Dead again, I get really happy. I mean, there's characters like Merle and Dale that we're probably not going to get. The governor we're probably not going to get. Some of the more minor characters that Rick is probably not remembered as much as he remembers some of the others, like Glenn, Carl, Lori. They're going to have to pick and choose. I mean, I seriously doubt they're going to have 50 dead characters all come back on this one episode. I mean, that would be great. That would be badass, but I don't think AMC is going to want to spend that much money. Plus, like I said, some of those actors are just going to be busy. They just are. That's how real life works. They're going to be involved in other shows. Their hair might look different. They might not be able to make their hair look like it did in the show, so they might look different. I mean, they already had that problem with Shane with his buzz cut. I mean, they're still going with it. They're still putting Shane in the episode, but they might not want to do that with all the actors, and those actors might be busy anyway. So I don't think we're going to get 50 dead characters like every major character that's ever died on the show. It's probably going to be 3 to 5 at the most. Who knows? Maybe 10. That'd be pretty sweet. Like 10 of the biggest ones. Like Abraham, Sasha, Beth, Glenn, Herschel, Carl, Lori, Shane. I hope we get a handful, and I think the top ones are probably going to be, we know that we're going to get Herschel and Shane. I'd like to see Beth again, but that's just because she's so hot. I had the biggest crush on her during the show. It'd be cool to see Beth again. I'd say the top ones are probably going to be Herschel, Shane, Carl, Glenn, Sasha, Abraham, Lori. I'd say those would be all the top ones. Those would be the ones that were most likely to get as hallucinations in this episode. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Who do you think we're going to see reappear in this episode? Which dead characters do you think we're going to see as hallucinations? And as always, don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 165 subscribers. I would like to get to 200 soon, so we're getting there. We're getting close. So just remember that every subscriber counts. If you like this content, if you like my videos, please hit that subscribe button. It helps a great deal. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you that have subscribed so far, as always. You guys are the reasons I make videos. You're the reasons I'm talking right now. So I just hope that we can continue to get this community growing. We have been doing great the last few weeks, a lot of progress. And yeah, that's about it. So with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.